Are you interested in history? Are the conflicts that shape the world of interest to you? This video is for you if so. We'll look at 5 of the most famous conflicts in human history here. We'll talk about the outcomes of each of these 5 conflicts in addition to learning about the background and the participants. The Battle of Thermopylae. The Battle of Thermopylae is undoubtedly one of the most iconic battles in world history. It took place in 480 BC and pitted the mighty Persian Empire against a small force of Greek city-states led by King Leonidas of Sparta. This epic showdown was fought in the narrow pass of Thermopylae, which allowed the Greeks to maximize their limited numbers and hold off the massive Persian army for days. The Greek warriors, known as hoplites, fought with unparalleled bravery and discipline, forming a phalanx formation that made them nearly impregnable. Led by the fearless Leonidas, they stood firm against wave after wave of Persian attacks. The battle showcased the power of Greek military tactics as they repelled the Persians with spear and shield. Although the Greeks ultimately lost the battle, their resistance had a significant impact. By holding off the Persian forces, they bought valuable time for the rest of Greece to prepare for the invasion. This strategic delay eventually led to the Greeks' victory in the Greco-Persian Wars. The Battle of Thermopylae remains an enduring symbol of courage, sacrifice, and resilience. It exemplifies the triumph of a few determined individuals against overwhelming odds. The story of Leonidas and his brave warriors continues to inspire people around the world, reminding us of the power of unity and unwavering dedication to a cause. The Battle of Waterloo. The Battle of Waterloo is a historic clash that took place on June 18, 1815, near the town of Waterloo in present-day Belgium. It was a pivotal moment in European history, marking the final defeat of Napoleon Bonaparte and the end of his reign as Emperor of the French. This epic showdown involved the forces of the French Empire, led by Napoleon, and a coalition of British, Dutch, and Prussian armies commanded by the Duke of Wellington and Field Marshal Gebhard Leberecht von Blücher. The battle lasted a grueling day, characterized by fierce combat, strategic maneuvering, and heavy casualties on both sides. The French launched repeated attacks, seeking to break through the Allied lines, while the Allies held their ground with remarkable resilience. Eventually, a crucial charge by the Prussian forces helped secure the victory for the Allies, forcing Napoleon's retreat and effectively ending his ambitions for European dominance. The Battle of Waterloo holds great significance in shaping the future of Europe. It solidified the dominance of the British Empire and established a new balance of power on the continent. It also marked the end of the Napoleonic era, bringing an end to decades of warfare and ushering in an era of peace and stability. The battle's legacy continues to captivate the imagination of people around the world, serving as a testament to the power of determination, strategy, and unity in the face of adversity. The Battle of Stalingrad. The Battle of Stalingrad is undoubtedly one of the most brutal and significant battles in human history, taking place from August 23, 1942 to February 2, 1943. It was a turning point in World War II. The battle was fought between the Axis powers, led by Nazi Germany, and the Soviet Union. The city of Stalingrad, located in present-day Volgograd, Russia, became the epicenter of this grueling conflict. Both sides fought fiercely, with the Soviet forces defending their homeland against the German invaders. The battle was marked by intense urban warfare, with block-by-block fighting, street-to-street combat, and brutal close-quarter combat. The Soviets, under the leadership of General Georgy Zhukov, employed innovative tactics, including house-to-house fighting and the use of snipers, to gain the upper hand. The battle took a heavy toll on both sides, resulting in massive casualties. The city of Stalingrad was virtually destroyed, reduced to rubble by relentless bombing and artillery shelling. Despite the overwhelming odds and tremendous losses, the Soviets managed to encircle the German Sixth Army, trapping them in the city. This turning point marked the first major German defeat in the war and ultimately led to the decline of Nazi Germany's power in Eastern Europe. The Battle of Stalingrad stands as a testament to the indomitable spirit and resilience of the Soviet people. It showcased the determination of ordinary soldiers and civilians who refused to surrender and fought tooth and nail for their country. This battle became a symbol of Soviet resistance and marked a significant shift in the momentum of World War II. The legacy of the Battle of Stalingrad serves as a powerful reminder of the human capacity for bravery and sacrifice in the face of unimaginable adversity. The Battle of Gettysburg. The Battle of Gettysburg is one of the most famous and significant battles in American history. It took place from July 1 to July 3, 1863, during the American Civil War. This battle was fought between the Confederate Army of Northern Virginia, led by General Robert E. Lee, and the Union Army of the Potomac, led by General George G. Meade. Gettysburg was a turning point in the war, marking the first major defeat for General Lee and the Confederate Army. It resulted in a Union victory and marked the end of Lee's invasion of the North. The battle was also the bloodiest in the entire Civil War, with a total of over 50,000 casualties. The battle took place in and around the town of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. It was a three-day struggle for control of key strategic positions, including Cemetery Hill, Culp's Hill, and Little Round Top. The most famous part of the battle was Pickett's charge, an ill-fated Confederate assault on the center of the Union line on the third day. The Union Army successfully defended its positions, and the Confederate Army was forced to retreat. The Battle of Gettysburg was a turning point in the Civil War, as it boosted Union morale and crippled the Confederate Army. It is remembered as a pivotal moment in American history and is often considered a turning point in the war. The Battle of Midway. The Battle of Midway, which took place from June 4 to June 7, 1942, was a pivotal battle in the Pacific theater of World War II. It was fought between the United States and Japan, and is often considered one of the most important naval battles in history. The battle began with a surprise attack by the Japanese on the American naval base at Midway Island. However, thanks to intercepted Japanese radio transmissions and superior code-breaking skills, the Americans were able to prepare for the attack and set a trap for the Japanese fleet. In a series of intense and brutal air and sea engagements, the American forces successfully defended Midway and inflicted heavy damage on the Japanese fleet. The battle resulted in a decisive victory for the United States, marking a turning point in the war in the Pacific. The Battle of Midway demonstrated the importance of naval air power and showcased the bravery and determination of American forces. It also weakened the Japanese Navy and allowed the United States to take the offensive in the Pacific. That's all for today's video. Subscribe for more content like this and hit the like button. Also, leave a comment if you have a topic you want us to cover. Until next time, take care.